Hello, we are live. So it's almost noon. So I want to give people a little time to arrive. I'm a little early. And I have two screens, so I will be looking here and be looking here because some people are joining through Facebook Live and some other people are joining through Zoom. And I hope everybody sees me well. I will wait for noon sharp, which is in a few seconds, to start. And so everybody has a chance to join us. So my name is Francine, Bonjour-Carter, and I am a Feldenkrais method and healing arts practitioner. I live near Philadelphia, and if you're here, you might have seen my video. So just to bring a little context of what we're doing here, I just thought that in the light of everything that's happening these days, near and far from each of us, we needed a little grounding practice. I do need a little grounding practice, and I just assume I'm not the only one. So I will be here every Saturday and every Wednesday at noon. And sorry for the noise. And so every Saturday, every Wednesday at noon on Facebook Live through my page and on the Zoom link some of you have. And we'll do this little practice together. It comes from the Feldenkrais method, which is what I am trained, and it's a modality trained in, and it's the modality I mostly practice in my work. And so we'll do that for 15 minutes. What I'm really hoping is that we all develop some tools that are helpful in these times we live in, and that help us find an inner sense of, presence and safety and grounding, and learn more about ourselves. There's a very big emphasis on self-exploration in this work, and that's, to me, that's really important. So let's start. It's a few minutes past noon. What else do I have to share, like technically speaking? If you have comments or questions, during these 15 minutes, I really want to give you the practice and not be focusing on comments or questions, because it will go fast, 15 minutes. So I will read the comments later. And if you want to reach me, you can go to my website, francinebonjour.com. There's an email contact there, and you can email me anytime. I will just not take the time we have here to answer questions or comments, because I really want us to focus on these tools and this practice we'll be doing. So let's start. And if you are sitting in a chair or stool or bench, I'd like you to come a little bit forward and a little bit closer to the edge of it, so you really feel your pelvis on the chair, your seat bones, and you may notice that there might be some more contact, more weight on one seat bone than the other one. And it's okay. We're not here to change. We're not here to change in a way that is corrective, like there's a right way to do things and the wrong way to do things. What I think is there's your way that really reflects you as a unique person. And I want all of us to keep that in mind and to honor that. So just notice how you're sitting, where you sense more weight. How do you sense your breathing? Do you need to move around a little bit. You need to make things a little more spacious. Are your feet on the floor? And do you sense that the whole sole of each foot is on the floor? And if you're not, I'm assuming you're sitting, but if you're standing, you can do exactly the same. Check in with yourself, standing up. And we'll do, so most of the time we'll do movements that are obvious and that really involve, like obviously involve part of our bodies. Today will be a little different and unusual, which I like a lot. And we'll use a very different part of our body than what we may expect doing a movement practice. So I invite you to be open, open and explore. So just take a few seconds and bring your hands to follow your jawline, the edge of your lower jaw, with your fingers, and just sense where it is. Sense your face. And I will not do the movement, so there's no model. You really follow my voice and the guidance here, and you do it your own way. And sense the space, so bring your hands back down and sense the space inside of your mouth. And how would you qualify it? Is it wide? Is it high? Is it narrow? Is it small? And now, with your mouth open, make a very low sound, like a low ah, really low, low. And do that a few times. So as you exhale, because we usually talk as we exhale, not as we inhale, do that sound, do that really low tone, like a horn, really low with your mouth open, and sense that. Where do you sense it coming? And now do the same sound with your mouth closed. So you close your mouth, but you do the same really low, deep voice tone. Sense the vibration of it. Then you inhale again, and on the exhale, you do that sound again, and you do that a few times. I'll give you the time to really do it and sense it inside of you. And checking that you're not involving parts of you that are not necessary for this movement. For example, are you holding your hands close for dear life, or are you tightening your buttocks muscle or your abdomen or your toes? And just bring some quietness there, because really the only thing you're doing is this low, deep voice sound, and your lips are touching, your mouth is closed, but in a gently way. It's soft. Your upper teeth are softly touching your lower teeth. Okay, and leave that alone. And now you will do the same sound with your mouth closed, and you will take your right index finger and close your right nostril. So you will do the sound, the same, low, deep, very horn quality sound, and you close your right nostril with your right finger. So it is as if we could say that the sound comes out of you through the left nostril. So again, you inhale, and on the exhale, you do that very low voice, low tone sound, really deep down, closing your mouth and your right nostril. And you do that several times. It's just an easy and simple thing. There's nothing to achieve. It's not a music audition. And sense, where do you sense that vibration? And now close your other nostril. So you close the left with your left index finger. You do the same sound, and you do it with your mouth closed, your upper teeth gently touching your lower teeth, your left nostril closed, and the same deep voice, low sound. Yeah. Do that several times. You may feel it in your abdomen, when we go low, and feel a connection with our lower abdomen there. Good, and leave that, and just take a little pause for a few seconds. We do a lot of rest and pause in this practice, and it's important. I think it's important because we don't allow ourselves to pause a lot during the day, and so we leave space for the whole process, internal process that's going on. And now close your mouth again, just softly, simply, and you will talk with your mouth closed. So what I'd like you to say is your name, where you were born, your date of birth, and your address today, and your phone number. And you say it like, my name, with your mouth closed. My name is, I was born on, etc., etc. But you will sound like, So you talk like that. You repeat that phrase where you tell your name, your date of birth, the place you were born, your address and phone number right now. And you say that with your lips touching each other and your mouth closed. And now say that same phrase, my name is, I was born, etc., as if it was a story, like an adventure, a great, great, exciting adventure, as if you were talking to children, and it's really like, my name is Francine, and I was born in France, and, like really full of excitement and adventure, still with your mouth closed. Your lips are touching, your mouth is closed, but your intention is really different. You want to captivate the people you're talking to. And the phrase is the same. Your name, where you were born, your address, your phone number. And say it a few times. And let that go. And pause for a few seconds. And now still with your mouth closed, say the same phrase as if it was a secret, like something that is very precious, and you're gifting it to the person you're talking to. So it's soft and it's really contained in a cotton ball. You know, it's very precious to you. You still have your mouth closed. The phrase is still the same. My name is, and I was born. My address is, and my phone number. But now the quality you're giving to that phrase is different. It's like the most precious, beautiful sharing. Good. And let that go. Let that go. And now I will ask you to do the same phrase with your mouth closed, as if you were talking to someone who is moving away from you, like someone who is in the same room at the beginning, but then they're going next door to the next room, or upstairs or downstairs. So they still want to hear you. They still want to know what you have to say. So you talk louder and louder. So you still have your mouth closed, your lips are touching, and you're saying that phrase, my name is, and I was born, and I live, etc., etc. But you're saying it louder and louder because the person you're talking to is going further away from you. If you are in a public place right now, that might seem interesting. So if you are in a public place, you can do it later, or you can imagine you're doing it, which is a very important way to engage in the practice, even if you're not actually doing it. And if you are not in a public place, feel free to really express it and talk louder and louder. Great. And leave that. And now rest. Take a few minutes. Feel yourself on your seat or standing on your feet if you're standing up. And get in touch with the space you have inside of you. We are made of very intricate shapes and curves and cavities and all kind of junction. And there's a lot of space inside of us that we don't have to fill with anything. So if you look and if you get in touch with that space, where does it take you? And now sitting comfortably, do that first low tone voice, low tone sound that we did at the beginning with your mouth open, a big ah, and sense how that feels now. The length of it, the quality of it, do you sense a vibrancy there? Just do it a few times, then let it go. Just rest on your chair. If you want to stand, you can stand. And come back to the sensation in your face. You don't have to bring your fingers to your face, but sense the space inside of your mouth. How high, how wide is it? How deep is it? And sense also the space where your right eyeball is floating, your eye socket. And again, how big is it? How big do you sense it? And do the same with your left eye. So how is the space around your left eyeball, where your left eyeball is floating? Bring your attention now to the back of your eyes, the space in the back of your eyes, and is it connected to your mouth, the back of your mouth? Is there a common space there or not? Again, there's no should be or right or wrong. Just there's your sensation. That's what is important. All right. And take a few normal breaths and come back to your sense of sitting on the floor. I'm so used to be teaching people who are on the floor, your sense of sitting on your chair. And just sense how you feel in your body. And we are at the end of our practice for today. 15-minute go really fast. So please feel free to do these little snippets of a class, these little practice bits when you feel you need it. As I said, we'll do that every Saturday and every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time. You can find more information on my website, francinebonjour.com, and I will appreciate any question, any feedback you have. And I think I will put this recording on my Facebook page so people can do it again and again. And that's it for today. I hope you have a great afternoon, a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.